Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time once again to play Battle Brothers. And here we have the glorious, brand new Blazing Deserts DLC to play with as well. Now, last time I tried to play Battle Brothers on the channel, I had a lovely time, you know, set up a company, recorded exactly one episode, put it up, went to bed, came back the next morning and discovered that the Legends mod had just been updated literally overnight while I was sleeping. And it fixed a number of serious game-breaking bugs that the mod had introduced that would have seriously threatened my playthrough. However, the fact that it happened right after I just got started really put me off and I didn't continue, so that got put on hold. Now, as the new DLC is out, the Legends mod has got a lot of updating to do and it won't be done anytime soon, so I can just settle down and enjoy this as the developers intended. I'm loving this background picture, but this chap over on the right really disturbs me because of a number of optical illusions. So first off, I know this is an arm, I know this isn't the edge of his body, but it does make it look like he has a ridiculously unnaturally thin torso. And then we have this very light cloth here cutting in front of his shoulder, which gives the impression that his shoulder is also rather disjointed, and obviously the side of his body comes down here to that leg, and he's a really chunky fellow, but it makes him look like some triangular torsoed Wally, and I don't like it. Also, this bloke, he's not bald, he does have very short hair, it's very light and in shadow, and a very similar shade to his skin. Right, let's go take a look at the new... I'm not going to go through too much explaining what Battle Brothers is, because I'm pretty sure most of you by now will have a fairly good idea. Also, we still have this nice little disclaimer down here. You know, it's a challenging game, losses and comebacks are part of the gameplay. They might as well have written, "This ain't Candy Crush, yo," or something like that, you know. So, a new campaign. Right, so we have 3 new origins. We have Southern Mercenaries. You and your small band of mercenaries have done the dirty work of small-time merchants for years, yet you're barely a step above brigands. You want to get bigger than that. You want it all. You want it now? And the Guilder will reveal to you the way. A quick start into the southern part of the world without any particular advantages or disadvantages. It's literally the new company origin, but in the south. Next we have the Manhunters. Constant conflict between the city-states and nomads makes for good business. The bulk of your profits are captives, forced to fight to earn their freedom, and their ranks grow after each battle. So, slave drivers and slavers and slaves, basically. Army of captives. Start with 2 manhunters and 4 indebted. 2 slavers and 4 slaves. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not going to glorify things or pretend to not save them to give them more power, like, oh, you can't say this word. It's the truth. It is what it is. Just like if I had to talk about people from Nigeria, I would call them Nigerians. Or people. Or anything else that's appropriate and relatively inoffensive. Right. Start with 2 slavers and 4 slaves. Take up to 16 men into battle at once, so similar to the peasant militia, who can take up to 16 into battle at once. Having equal or fewer slaves... Hang on. Having equal or fewer slaves than non-slaves will make your men dissatisfied. Oh, right. Yeah, so you need to have at least half your company slaves, otherwise people get in a bad mood. Because they're like, oh, what's the point? We've got like 3 slaves here and there's 17 of us slavers. We're not doing very well here. this isn't being effective because they want to have lots of indentured servants. Overseers. All non-indebted can whip indebted in combat to reset their morale and buff their stats. Now, from what I've seen, they don't actually need to be holding a whip to do this, which is interesting. And captives. Indebted earn 25% less experience, are capped at level 7, and will die if struck down. So no, they automatically die. They ain't coming back. Which would be interesting if any of them had the perk that gives them a chance of survival. I presume they just... the trait that gives them a chance of survival. I presume they just can't take it and can't be generated with it. But you never know. And then finally we have Gladiators. Contender, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1, go! Sweep! Goes the whistle. It's like, yeah, and you're not allowed to go till he blows the whistle after he's said go. I mean, how stupid was that? Every bloody episode. It was so dumb. I'm sorry, that referee was just really annoying. Right, yeah, so you've fought in the arenas of the South for years. First for your freedom, then for crowns, and finally to become immortal. What else does fate have in stock for you? Gladiators. Are you a gladiator? Da-na-na-na-na. Yeah. Start with 3 experienced gladiators with their equipment, but very high daily wages. In other words, they live like rock stars, like kings. They live to excess. Legends of the arena. Each gladiator has a unique trait in combat. Glorious free. You can never have more than 12 men in your roster. If all of your free starting men should die, your campaign ends. Basically, that is a variant on the Lone Wolf. So, essentially, this could have been really easy for them to code if the original Lone Wolf lose condition wasn't if he dies, then the campaign ends. But if the lose condition was if he is no longer alive, then the campaign ends. All they had to do was essentially make these 3 Lone Wolves and rename it. And then, as long as at least one of them is alive, the campaign's still going, because when none of them are alive, then the campaign ends. You know, same condition essentially. If, however, his condition was actually when he dies, the campaign ends, that means they did have to go and redesign this and rework it a different way. Now, which origin am I going to go for? Well, there are nice new origins, and I should have recorded this last night. I wanted to record this last night, but I didn't get to because I had a few minutes shy of 12 hours with no internet connection. From about 11 in the evening till about 11:15 in the morning. Yeah. So that's also why I uploaded the last Other Side episode so late. And by last I mean most recent, by no means final. So, in the day, I started up a peasant militia warband and roamed around the map a bit, you know, and eventually, after a few weeks, say about 3 weeks of gameplay, they headed down south, and I gained the impression that the southern blazing deserts are end-game content, or mid to end-game content. There are pieces of equipment which are legitimately just better. The southern mail shirt weighs a little less in terms of endurance penalty, and is cheaper, but in other regards is every way identical to the northern mail shirt, which is strange because it feels like a bit of an inequality, you know. A lot of the southern weapons, well, a lot of the foes in the south have very high attack ratings, very high defense ratings, and they hit really hard, but when you do get past that high defense rating and start hitting them, they really crumble. So the south is very much a sort of glass cannon approach, whereas the north is more about sturdy, reliable warriors. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to completely avoid the stuff in the south, but it means I'm not going to dive straight in right at the beginning. And we have a new endgame crisis which I would like to explore. I would like to take the Lone Wolf Company option, because of a reason that will become abundantly clear. We have a holy war late game crisis. The first late game crisis will be a holy war between northern and southern cultures. If you survive for long enough, the following ones will be chosen at random. Right. And I would like to reinstate the long abandoned First Stone Company. Because let he who is without sin cast the first stone. I think it's a great company name. This banner seems very appropriate. It's glorious and resplendent, yet tattered and humbled. Now I'm going to go on veteran economic difficulty, which is going to kill me in the early game, and veteran combat difficulty but high starting funds. This is generally my preferred balance, unless I'm playing with the Legends mod, in which case I'll switch these down to beginner, because on Legends mod beginner is somewhere between beginner and veteran. I might leave combat on veteran, but I'll leave economic difficulty near a beginner, because the wages you get paid for contracts in Legends mod are different and significantly lower, and the distances you have to travel between towns means you have to pay a lot more in upkeep, essentially. We have a completely random map seed, and at long last, something I've been asking for since early access: unexplored map. Should have been in the game right from the beginning. Having all the settlement locations known straight away and all the roads between them just meant that there wasn't really much point exploring the map, because most of it was explored already for you. Let's dive in and have some fun. So I'm going to play a northern knight roaming around the world. He will hear about the riches and wealth of the south and go to explore this foreign culture. You know, culturally enrich himself. And then, when the Holy War starts up, he will choose a side. You walk the stands of a jousting arena. Mouldy fruits and vegetables litter the floor. Dried blood freckles the seats, and silence fills the air. When you sit, the wood of the place seems to groan in unison, as though discomforted by the haunt of a rare visitor. In your hands is a note. Looking for hardy men, knowledge of the sword preferred but not welcome. It is an old note, its purpose long since served. But what draws your eye is the price offered at the task. More crowns than you could muster in 5 tourneys. If this is the coin to be earned, then to hell with the jousts and the sparring. But you're not one to suit up for some other captain's orders. With all that you've earned over the years, you imagine you could start your own mercenary band just fine. And that is what I'll do. Now, we have our knight here. And because this is the First Stone Adventuring Company, we shall call him Sir Marius. I don't like this red dye on the helmet. I wish we could get rid of it. So Sir Marius hates greenskins, and that's his only discernible trait. Oh, joy. Now, he has a company limit of 12, so we're going to need to work with that. I like the idea of it being a small hand-picked group of expert warriors. For when the time comes to march to war, only the best shall survive. Now, the lone wolf hedge knight suffers a couple of weaknesses. First off, he has very expensive fancy armor, which is a bugger to repair. In the early game, a lot of our money will go on just repairing his armor to keep him battle ready. This means we can't blow our load on extra company members. He also, therefore, due to his small company size and him being the most important member of the company, he suffers from being stunned or charmed or put to sleep or anything that basically renders him out of action, or swallowed whole even by a Nachzehrer. So we want to be pushing up his defense and resolve a bit. That being said, that is amazing fatigue. That's only 2 points, so we'll leave it at that. 3 point increase in melee skill would be good, as would 4 health. We'll go with the health. We can, with 3 stars, I'm sure we can get another 3. And he should be gloriously fit for battle. There we are. 93 health is much more respectable. For our next level, you know that ranged defense is so tempting, we're just going to take it. And resolve. And fatigue is really important when he's in this much armor, as is the defense though. I will take fatigue this level. And for a next perk, I think I'm going to take resilient. And now for our final level, we really should get that defense up and that melee skill, and yeah, some good resolve. And obviously we want him to be ready to wear his armor with pride. There we go. I'm thinking the next perk will probably be Rally the Troops or Fortified Mind. And Steel Brow as well. It's so tricky, we want everything! But we must grow the company size, so let's see if Eulenfest... Now, we have a new... I like that little arrow going in the gate icon on towns, but it's a little annoying. What have we here? Let's take a look. I am just window dressing at this... Yeah, I'm just browsing at this point, window shopping. I can't afford most of this stuff. Oof, a flagellant! That's a point. I should look to gain religious folk. However, an archer is good backup at this point. Oh, that is... Oh. That is a very expensive archer. And I'd also need to get him a close combat weapon. So I shouldn't do that. A flagellant, however, on the other hand... Perfect. Maybe we can come back for that archer. Oh, he's a drunken flagellant, so he gets drunk and then whips himself out of guilt for getting drunk. Also, Marius, we're gonna have to sort this out. It looks wrong. All right, let's go seeking employment. So while I will be looking for members of quality, I'll also be focusing on religious characters like monks and witch hunters, you know, playing to the theme here. As we stride through this lush, green, verdant landscape, plains and mountains and gorgeous forests, we hope this road will lead us to a place where work is needed for armed men, courageous and bold, steady, unshaking in their devotion. Yes, there is a task. Can we hire anyone? We will not hire a cultist of Davkul. Man, that is a lot of money for a trained monster hunter. But he has got a lot of levels. We probably shouldn't be hiring that kind of man this early on. This is a reasonable price for peat bricks. I might pick them up after the task is done. I'll buy this shield for our flagellant. I'm not equipping the bandages yet because I'm waiting to get a good back ranker to give them to. As you take stock of your inventory, a rather well-to-do man spots you and heads your way. He announces himself as being in the employ of Ivar the Steward, an influential person in Streakmore that wishes to talk business. You hand your duties over to Ulf the Flagellant and let the man lead the way. Ivar the Steward looks out the window. We both know that brigands and the gods know what else are terrorizing these parts, and they're all quite fond of the roads. After a particularly bad run, my old caravan guards lost their heart for the job. Now I need someone else to watch my shipment. Next one out is going to Rofsteinfest, to the southeast, maybe a day or so from here. Does that sound like a place you'd like to be paid to go to? Well, what's the pay? I mean, if there's work there, sure, we'll be paid to go. He nods. You look able, so I'm willing to pay quite a bit. You'll get 3 crowns a head you arrive with, and I'll pay for up to 15 heads and another 190 when the job is done. You know, we're in no position to quibble right now. We shall escort the caravan to Rofsteinfest, a day to the southeast. Now, that means I could pick up these bricks and sell them when I arrive at my destination, but I think I'd rather come back for them and get them at a slightly better price. I'm a little low on money for that to be an investment I can make comfortably at this point. So let us head to Rofsteinfest. Now, I'm not diving straight in to the southern content. I'm rather easing myself into it to make it a more enjoyable situation. At least, I'm going to savour the slow build-up, okay? A fresh, cool breeze is blowing today, and you feel like it's a good time for the first stone to start something new. You call the men to gather round. All 2 of them. Well, all 1 of them, really. And what do you tell them? We need allies. Forging a bond of friendship and trust with one of the towns will get the company better prices, more volunteers, and more steady work. Let's do it. Dreifelden, we'll be revisiting that on our way back. And it can't be too much further to our destination. Although hopefully we don't reach it during the night. Ah, Rofsteinfest is a castle. Wonderful. Who can we hire here? Ooh, Aslam al-Tahir. He looks like he hails from the southern deserts with interesting armor as well. And he is a eunuch. Lovely. I'm not sure we want to hire him just yet. I'm not seeing a lot of truly desirable warriors here, to be honest, within our price range. Nice deals on tools, though. Also, we should be looking to protect our men. Nice to see a famed item already. And getting them good arms and armor if they're worth keeping. Malignant Reaver. Nice item name there. It's much nicer than a well-balanced sword. Yeah. Okay, let's head back up north to pick up those bricks now we have some money. Also, we'll be needing to purchase some ammunition soon. when we have people with ranged weapons. So that's another reason for not hiring one of those boyars this early, because they're going to cost not only their hiring fee, but they're also going to cost in ammunition. Let's go to Dreifelden and see what we can find there. Hopefully there is gainful employ to be had. And there is. Norman the Dwarf. Yes. Oh wow, he's actually fatigue and melee skill and range skill. He can be quite a useful fellow. Let's get him a spear and a shield for now. Alright, now we're forming the basis of a company. This contract looks good, might as well take it now while we're here. We can always pick up those peat bricks a little bit later on. Adelmar the Elder. It's a fairly young looking elder. They must have a relatively short life expectancy in this village. Adelmar the Elder welcomes you and walks you toward Dreifelden Square. There's a party of peasants milling about, but when they see you coming, they shape up and start talking as though they've been expecting you all along. They mostly talk in descriptors. Tall as any man, armour like you'd never seen before, spears as sharp as a peddler's tongue. You hold your hand up and ask what they are talking about. Adelmar the Elder laughs. The men here say they saw some oddities out in a spot by the name of Tomb of Lords, just northwest of here. Naturally, they weren't out there for no reason. They were looking for something by the name of Petrified Almanac, a relic dear to the town, for though if we pray for food and shelter. A relic dear to the town, for through it we pay for... Ah, right. One of the peasants speaks up. And we was looking for it at his behest. Adelmar the Elder nods. Of course. And where they failed, perhaps you can succeed. Get this relic from me, and you'll be paid quite well for your services. Pay no mind to their fairy tales. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about it. Let's talk money. He jingles with a bag of coins. This will be yours if you help me out on this. It's 330 coins when the contract is done. You know what? He probably doesn't have much more, and if he does, the town needs it. We'll take his offer. And let's head out. Northwest it is. And it's not far. It is wooded though, which means we're going to have a tricky time. Oh, spiders! That tricky time just got trickier. Alright. Let's put Ulf up here on the right. I'd like to put him here. And then move Norman up to there and shield wall, but he doesn't have enough action points to do that. So instead we're going to shield wall here. And here. And then I think we're going to try split some arachnids. And of course, the attack misses completely. Uh-oh. Oh no! He's in a web! And it's nothing to do with Charlotte. Alright, so we're going to batter this one. And shield up. We're going to try and break free and shield up. And then if we break out of the web, we're just not going to get to attack at all, so we'll just go for a Great Wild Swing and hopefully kill this one. We didn't get a kill, we didn't even get a hit, but we did a lot of damage to, well, that one basically. Okay, let's hope this isn't the end to a glorious campaign, because that'd be pretty disappointing this early. Alright, so we're going to try and break out. And having failed, we'll batter this one again if we can. Nice. And we will try to get out. Yep. And a stab. And in that case, we'll just try for the kill. Got it. And now the spiders are looking a lot less confident. That's good for us. I mean, they're not ready to give up just yet. And... nope, okay. It's worth a try. We want to break free from this desolate place. And now we will try to get out of these webs. Because they'll have to waste actions putting webs back on us again. Uh-oh, that's a major problem now. Oh, that's even worse. We could be about to lose a brother. So let's try for a kill. Oh man, that was terrible. Right. That is a very healthy spider. And now he's taking poison damage, which is really bad news for us. Okay, we've got 2 people taking poison damage. Can we just whack this one a bit? Apparently not very effectively. Right. Oh, ouch. Okay. Oh my god. Spiders, man. They'll be the death of us at this rate. Actually, yeah, that's a lot of poison. Okay, let's just try and get out of the webs again, and that fails completely. Oh my goodness, he's knackered. Yeah, we're done. Bloody spiders aren't giving up, man. I bet we still can't even hit this one. Oh, okay. But... dead. Whatever happens. Game over. Well, that's not fair. That is horrifically bad. I'm going to autosave that one. Because that was just tragic. Look, it's day 3, it's the first episode, and it's just not fair. Right, come on you spiders. Now, we want both of you back here in supporting positions, and then you can try and split these. That was rubbish! Wait, he only had a 48% chance to hit? No wonder it was rubbish. Oh, rough. Okay, we can work with this. And I think we just need to keep piling on the attacks here. There's no point moving up and making myself a target. If I go to here though... aha! And then a big swing. We have only hit the one. But it's early damage distribution, right? It's... time to put a pathetic master plan into action. And the master plan is called keep him out of the webs. Yeah! Alright, hit it! That was tragic. But now we have a designated cobweb remover and a lot of spiders. So let's just keep trying. Hey, it worked again. And our fanatic will just continue flailing away, and we will miss yet another glorious attack that should have been relatively easy. By relatively, I mean more than a 50-50. It's not like it was an 80% chance of something. God, he's dead. Yeah, this is just too many spiders, isn't it? Am I just going to have to start all over again? I really hope not. Okay, let's move to here. That's got him worried. 8 legs and far too many eyes. Got him. Uh-oh. Yeah, now we've got to worry. And just where did you think you were going to go? He was coming towards you anyway. Right, let's try and break out of the web. Didn't work. Let's try and smack a spider. Oh my god. And let's try... Yes! Oh, he just doesn't have the stamina to move. If that gets one hit, we may be losing our fanatic. Okay. Oh! We could still be losing him. Yep. Well, that's a shame. He had so much potential, but we barely got to know him. Oh! Broken elbow joint, but he's still eager to serve. Okay, this presents us with a bit of a problem. He's basically nearly dead. We should back away and find a space to heal. Also, we have this lovely new retinue system, which I will be exploring in a bit, but not quite yet. We need to get our reputation up a bit before we can enjoy it. Also, it is a massive money sink, and we just don't have the coins. How are we doing now? He's looking much better. And that armor needs a lot of repairing, though. How are you doing now? Okay, I think we just wait through the day and the night and go there tomorrow. We're also going to be wanting some new food soon. Got it. Okay, he's full health now. We probably don't want to fight at night, though. That would be horrid. Yeah. So this is a bit of a bumpy start, but especially the massive spider overkill encounter of doom. And we're probably going to be facing undead here, although it could be some kind of grave robbers. Nope. Oh joy. The hole into the ruins is big enough for only one man to get through. You're worried that if everyone goes in at once, they'll get stuck and you'll have basically killed the first stone off like a bunch of rats in a tight tunnel. Instead, you send in only Norman the Dwarf, who knows what he's after and who you can trust to take care of himself were anything to happen. A few minutes later, you hear the man struggling to crawl back out, and he sounds to be in quite the rush. He yells for help, and you and the only other member of the company stick their hands into the hole. He grabs on, and together you wrench him out. He's got the petrified almanac, but a horrified look on his face. He rolls over and gets up in a hurry. Hurry! To arms! As the mercenaries look into the hole to see if something is coming out, you ask the brother what he saw. He shakes his head. I don't know, sir. It was a mausoleum for people I've never seen before. There is armour and spears all over the place and murals of a great empire that spanned the whole world over. Painted from floor to ceiling. And then they started coming out of the walls. I got out of there as fast as I could, and before he could even finish, the rubble where the hole used to be begins to shift and move. Stones roll away, and suddenly they all burst outward, a malevolent force standing there, armed and well-armoured, standing in formation, spears over shields, shuffling forwards in uniform steps. Their leader points directly at you. The Empire rises. The false king must die. You've never heard surer fighting words, and immediately prepare your men for combat. That being said, we got one bloke who's somewhat capable, and two who will probably get murdered by this lot. I am loving these new gravestones and graves on the battlefield. His sarcophagus. Yeah, look at that. And some of them are actual obstacles that can't be trodden on. I like this. It's much more thematic. These are things that people talked about adding to the game way early on in early access. Right. If I've already got the thing I came for. I don't need to stay and fight. If I do stay and fight, and then lose and reload the autosave or something like that, I will no longer have the thing that I came for and will need to defeat them. So I need to decide if I should commit to this right away. I think, looking at these, I'm seeing no helmet here and a broken weapon and no spear. He's probably where I should get these two working. Is there a good bottleneck here? Okay, so if I go to here and there, and then I let these come in, then I move Sir Marius down to, let's say, here, and wait. If I can draw them towards him. So, the Ancient Dead in the early game are fairly powerful opponents. They have high defense, and of course, they are relentless. They do not tire. Generally, they know how to use their shields well, and the only way to really defeat them is to surround them and use ganging up bonuses. I'm going to wait and let them come. They also fight in a similar formation to that employed by successful early game companies. Okay, you two down here is good. Where are you going? That's bad news for me, right. So I want to be here. And we want to go to here, and then here. Oh no, it's too far to spear wall. That's just bad news. Okay. Alright, shield up. Shield up and spear out. Damn, that was so predictable, but effective. And are you coming to play as well? Awesome! Oh, he's looking worried. I'll have to do something about that. Right. Can I get a big swing? I can. It was useless. Right. Somewhat unpredictable. 22. No. Okay. Oof. What? Okay. We're dead. My god, the game's just been horrible to me today, isn't it? Oh my god. And of course now, I have to commit to trying to defeat this fight. It's just not going to happen, is it? My god. I mean, at this point, you know, if I was a less noble man, I'd just delete this episode and start all over again. Okay, morale is a major issue here. Yeah, he's dead. I don't think he'll get another turn. I'll give this fight one more time, one more attempt, and then I'll just have to restart, because this is just... well, it's a sorry end to an early beginning. It's just not right, you know? Look, I'm not gonna... you know, it's a new campaign. I don't want to give up after just one episode. That would be very disappointing. Right, let's tie you down. And then hopefully one will come stand here. Yeah. And this last one... Oh, perfect. Let's wait, because he's going to be coming. And there we go. Probably won't be very effective. Yeah. Okay, that... I think we have to go split shield. Because at least we can hit that one. Okay, can we get a hit in? We really need those hits, and we're not getting them. Because this bugger really knows how to use a shield. Hey, he let his guard down. Awesome. Let's get... Oh! Is he crippled or something? No. Why did it cost him... Should have been 4, he should have 5 action points left. Something's up there. Right, I need to keep... Oh my god, that shield is too tough. Okay, while his shield is down, we should just pile in the hits. Yes. Okay, this is not good ground. Got it. That was a very risky move then. Will he die? Quite probably, actually. Right, I'm just going to try and hit him. Oh my god! I can't afford to shield wall because he is... No, I can. Alright, now let's see how this plays out. Ooh. I'll try one more time. There we go. It's a shame that I won't get to keep their shields. But it's probably the only way to deal with them at the moment. That being said, I don't really have enough men to make use of their shields anyway. How long is he bleeding for? One more turn? Okay. And then we try... Oh, that's good. Uh-oh! A new shield has presented itself. Oh no! Alright, well this will be interesting. Let's try and get this flail around that shield. Let's try again. Okay, that wasn't quite as glorious as I'd hoped. Ah! And now... Oh yes! And I'm really... No, I don't have the energy in. Yeah. Whew! Oh! Yeah! He deaded. Oh, that miss was rough. And what on earth? Sorry, I've just got a computer issue there. Oh, great. All done now, but that was unfortunate. I mean, he'll be a goner next, with the way that cleaver is just brutally removing heads. Okay. I think Marius actually needs to rest and recover some energy. We got the kill, that's great. 18% is rubbish. I'm not liking this, to be honest. So that'll take me about 6 rounds to try and split that shield, I think. My god. Oh, come on! Seriously? That was a very successful attempt, though. I think, you know, stuff it. I'm getting somewhat irked at this point. But I should... It's not the feeling that I should be able to do this. It's the feeling that I'm not getting much of a fair chance, and I don't want to give up just yet. I want to keep on trying, you know. So knowing now that it's rough ground, I need to be careful in recalculating movement costs. Okay then, that's interesting. Means he's probably pushing through to here, which is a major problem. Yep. Okay, let's try a big swing encompassing these three foes, and hopefully get one hit in. We got one hit in, and it was glorious. Not the one I expected, to be honest. Hey, another hit. Brilliant. So now we're supporting our company leader and losing company members, apparently. My god. Okay, I'll try again. Better than nothing. Right. Shield up and stab. Didn't do a thing. And now we'll try hit this one. Lovely. Shield up and advance and hope he lives. Oh, lowering his defense. Perfect. Ulf the Flagellant is no more, but Norman the Dwarf is looking to become an established company member. You're not entirely sure what you ran into. Norman the Dwarf asks if you know what they said. Seems like they were pointing at you specifically, sir. Nodding, you tell the man that you're not sure what the armoured man said, but it matters not. You have the petrified almanac, and it's time to return to Adalmar the Elder for your pay. That's interesting, because I would have thought that that event is part of the undead late-game crisis. Right. Norman, you deserve a decent helmet. You also deserve some armour when we get the opportunity to buy some. For now, though, we return to Dryfelden and buy some bloody food, apparently. You find Adalmar the Elder mucking about in a pig pen. He's kicking the fat sows around, though they seem more focused on the feed than the leather toad tapping on their arse. You loudly clear your throat. Adalmar the Elder wheels around and his eyes immediately go wide at the sight of the relic. He jumps over a pig and takes the petrified almanac. He shouts to the townsfolk who gather round and pray to the gods for their mercy. Not a one thanks you, naturally. You have to remind Adalmar the Elder of the crowns he owes you. It's paid and you make your leave as fast as you can. Well, at least the people of Dryfelden are now in high spirits. There's another job here. Let's not take it just yet. We need food. We need food. And we're going to go and buy some bricks. Right. Norman has leveled. Now he doesn't have too many stars. Okay, let's put 4 here, 3 here. And while the 3 here is really tasty, this 3 here is also really actually quite funky for no stars at all. And I feel that he has survived against the odds. 9 lives might be a good opportunity. Yeah, because we want to look after the company members that we have, for they are few and far between. Let's go back up to Streakmore, where the bricks are hopefully more... Oh, bugger! Raiders, no, we're not. We're turning round. Okay, we're not getting brick... Oh, come on! That's a lot of Nachzerers. Okay. If we... No. Push to here and spear. And we wait. The game just wants to kill me. It's being very hostile at the moment. Oh dear. Right, I think I need to step down to here and try and split and miss them both, which is very disappointing. Yeah, that's right. You stab him with that spear. Where's the last one? He's... Oh, perfect! I like it. This works quite nicely. Right. Shield up and live. Live so hard that your enemy falls down dead. Right. Swing and miss them all. And probably game over for our companion here. And then finally... Okay, good. And he can't keep his shield up. His shield arm is just too tired. Let's try for the big kill. And we get it! Okay, things are looking up. Norman felt confident for a brief moment there. A very brief moment. Oh, spear up and stab. And miss. Okay, can we make things easier for poor Norman? Yes, we can. Excellent. Okay, lucky Norman gets to stab again. The simplicity of the spear at its most simple, and Marius needs more fatigue. Uh-oh. Okay. That, I feel, was our escape death. We're not going to get to attack after this, are we? We just don't have the energy. Spear! Yeah! Oh, we done it! Okay, Norman needs healing. Badly. And we need to not run into that company of brick... Oh, come on, now they're chasing us. We basically need more company members to dissuade enemies from attacking us so much. Right, let's run all the way down here towards Rothsteinfest then. Because apparently it's a much safer place for us to be. And if we take the road out eastwards, we might find another settlement that's not a castle, where there's a nice one-skull contract waiting for us. Oh, what a rough beginning to a playthrough. However, if they live and thrive after this, they will be legends. Preferably getting a few more men to aid in their cause. Now, of course, I'm looking forward to the Legends mod getting updated. In fact, I'm almost feeling a bit impatient about it. But I should wait, because it's going to be a while. Oh my god, people! More raiders. I feel as if the developers have changed the medium combat difficulty to have, you know, much more dangerous foes early on. There's like, I'm seeing brigand raiders here in less than a week into the game. You know, it feels like the difficulty settings have been revamped somehow. Okay, that's a bad sign. Piss off! We're busy. We're walking along this road and you lot can bugger off and leave us alone. I've had enough of this. Come on! It's 2 in the bloody morning! And now they're just going to keep hitting him until he dies. Oh, maybe he'll live. Have fun. Yeah. Okay, this is getting annoying now. This is literally not what the medium difficulty is normally like. And what are we missing? Oh, he's got another level. Right. Let's get him some attack, some health. The fatigue would be really useful, but the ranged defense, 4 points, is a very good advance. My God! All of these... Oh yeah, nice to see you guys helping. Actually, if you were... Oh, they've gone inside and shut the doors. They're not coming out to help us. What lovely town guards. And this also appears to be the end of the road to make it even more lovely. Good God. Right. Let us part with some of these precious burdens. My God. I mean, we can take you on. And hopefully you'll be somewhat competent. Can we get him some kind of spear? It's a good early game training weapon. We can! And it comes pre-damaged, so it's cheaper too. And we can give him a helmet. Lovely. Norman shouldn't really be fighting, but we don't have a lot of choice at the moment. Let us part with this broken ancient sword. And we could also sell off a couple of these shields. We have wages to pay, and there are enemies coming. We should bugger off down the road, but first off, I'm going to treat one of these injuries. I can't afford to treat both. And then I'm going to head off down into the forest to try to circumvent those ruffians. Who, God knows what they're... Are they state-sponsored brigands? Just walk into Hasselberg completely hassle-free? They're like, oh yeah, we were just terrorising the local folks on the roads, as per your orders, Your Honour. Fine. I mean, my goodness. Well, at least we've got this road to explore in a bit. Ow, 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 ow. We need tools. And to get tools, we're going to need to do a contract. And what is he? Oh yes, a perk. You know what? He has taken some nasty injuries and he's still standing. Steel Brow would be very good. As would Resilient. I will go for Resilient because I've been seeing a lot of bleeding attacks this playthrough. We do need to pick up another member of the company quickly, and then eventually we'll get to enjoy this retinue system, which is great. So the retinue system allows us to spend exorbitant amount of money that we will probably never have, or at least not for a very long time soon, for magnificent, glorious benefits. We also have some locked positions here. When we get to 250 renown, we will open up this one and be able to put something in here. And when we do that, we'll get to see what we can do with it. We are 10 points shy of that already. No! Bugger off! I swear they've changed the difficulty settings. We can't tackle raiders this early on. We'd need about 6 to 8 men, better equipment, and lots of people at level 3 and 4. And though it galls me to fall back, I believe Marius has to think of the well-being of the men under his care. Yes, he is clearly not an honourable knight. It's very disappointing. Now, look, you lot, just bugger off and leave us alone. We'll definitely, when we're able to get our revenge, it will feel so good. And it's another dead end! Okay, there's one skull contract, that's good. Expensive bloke we can't afford, that's not so good. No tools. I need the money. I really do. Actually, that's not a bad price. I really need the money, so I'm going to have to sell off all of these things. And what is this task? Oh, good! It's a caravan escort with 5 raiders on the road nearby. Oh, God. I think I might just want to leave this one and run up the road and pass by them, but... oh, my God. I can't do this. It's too risky. I'm so fuck, knock off! Seriously! And now, once again, Norman is in constant danger of death for the rest of the encounter, and might not make it out alive. Where the hell is our knight going? Okay, he's headed out this way. And yeah, apologies for the mercenary appropriate language there, but this is a mercenary game after all. I'm just getting fed up with these bloody buggers attacking all the time. It's like just piss off, we're not ready for you yet. You shouldn't even be here, it should be like loads of thugs and useless low-level cretins, instead of mid-game enemies on day 7. This is not the mid-tier difficulty I am used to. And there was a similar experience down south, so this is why I'm thinking they've definitely changed the difficulty settings, rather than making it too dangerous down south. Right, you lot. Who can I hire that's vaguely competent? You! You I can hire. And I'll have no equipment to give you. But I can pop you in the back there and wish there was a really cheap weapon I could give you. Then I might have to sell these. Joy. Okay. Let's head on down the road looking for more work. And there is no more road. What on earth? So this appears to be a completely enclosed portion of the map. Interesting, I'm just going to have to cut out into the wilderness. What a horrific... oh, and bloody mountains in every direction. Fine, stuff it. What a... ugh. What a horrible time. Oh joy, something else we can't deal with yet. At some point, we'll run into a road or some kind of sign of civilization, but it doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. I've got to say, this is not my favourite map seed so far. Okay, there's roads. And harsh, arid terrain. An abandoned fortress. That can't be fun. It also looks... No! No, not outlaws. Cutthroats, I believe, are the equivalent of thugs, but outlaws are like raiders. It's like, we aren't taking 5 raiders. I am scared. I'm getting so furious at this. Just let me stop and recover, you buggers. And it's a bloody castle! So no job at the castle. So now we just need to avoid being chased down by overpowered enemies we shouldn't be facing yet. This is pissing me off. This is restart territory. This is fuck you game, I'm having a bad day territory. But I shouldn't. I should say, what on earth is this? 8 enemies? Sod off. I mean, we don't... Okay, something we might stand a chance of dealing, but 8 of them is quite a lot. Even so! Just as it seemed all was lost, a load of cheap low-grade equipment on legs came marching towards us. Spear up. Spear up. Now, if you guys could just throw yourselves against our spears relentlessly, that'd be great. Oh my god. The incredible ineptitude continues. I eagerly anticipate being able to hire competent battle brothers at some point in the very distant future, apparently. Right. Can we just go here and bop him on the head? We can. Excellent. Right, now. Better keep that shield up because there's a lot of enemies. Okay, forget it. Shouldn't have bothered keeping the shield up. And I think we try for a split. The head is off. That's always good against these dead walkers. Speaking of the Walking Dead, I imagine Bernfried won't be holding that spear up any longer. Look at the state of him. If only Norman had swapped places. Speaking of which, hey Norman, do some damage, would you? Excellent. These are armoured beating. Oh, we are so screwed. Just when it seemed like the game was giving us a chance. It's just not happening, is it? And he's dead, whatever we do. So let's try and get some damage in here. Can we at least get rid of this one? Yes, good. At this point, it seems as if there is very little hope for our company. Right. You could get hit by a two-handed sword soon and be all sorted. Oof. I don't reckon Marius has chances on his own here, to be honest. He'll probably break and run. Okay. Can we get a hit in? Yes, we can. Not that it mattered too much. And this one might be heading up there to cause us trouble. Yep. Quite predictably. And it's all over. I mean, my god. The game's just being really horrible to me. And we have failed miserably because everything's just horrible. I mean, there's no way we should have been facing raiders this early. So, I'm not really going to accept that. I'm going to say the game was horrible, it didn't give me a fair chance, I'm going to do it again. Different map seed. And say, stuff your game, give me a chance. Don't be silly buggers throwing high-level enemies at me that I shouldn't be facing yet from the get-go. Can we at least hire someone semi-decent? Baldemar the Spineless. When I said semi-decent, I didn't mean a craven coward. Conscript. Yeah. Level 2 conscript. Bloody expensive. Could we at least get him a shield? We could get him a shield. We could get him a damaged shield and repaired it. Even better. Ridiculously overpriced company member, but perhaps he will... Oh, he is a two-handed weapon wielder, make no mistake about it. Not that we have a two-handed weapon. There we go. And then for you... Oh, those are nice. And lots of health. And resilient. And... And... There we go, brawny. Okay. So now we allegedly have a fighting chance and we get to look for a job. I'm going to go to the nearest town where a contract is available and then end the episode here because I've been playing for a bloody long time and I deserve a little bit of a break. I wish this first episode had turned out a bit nicer for us, but instead we just got pummeled to crap by all kinds of ridiculous threats that we shouldn't have been facing this early. That was a very hostile and unwelcoming map seed. And I should have probably gone west there. Because apparently that's where... Uh-oh. What's this? This is going No! No! Game. No! That's too many this early on. And it's a dead end! Hooray! No, it's not a dead end. Even better. Right. We need to run away from the ghouls. We can't really stay here. Is the job... A man approaches from the side of the road. Is it going away from here and not coming back? He's dressed in a peasant's garb, yet is guarded by two well-armed men. He announces himself as a councilman in the employ of Valdemar of Schneeberg, a local leader of Schneeberg. You're asked to take audience of the man. Well, what's he want? Go fight brigands nearby. Sorry, we've got something much more important to deal with called running away from way too many ghouls for us to fight because the game's a complete gitbitch. No, we can't go much further south. We'll probably end up running into ridiculous high-end game threats there as well. I mean, for God's sake, it's day 1 and we're being chased down by 9 enemies. You know, not even your regular... Oh, piss off! I'm fucking annoyed. Look, just fuck off and let me play the game, you bastards! Yeah, this is your fight, not ours. We've got a road to walk along and these cunts keep killing us every time we try and do it. I mean, I'm just really bloody angry at this point. As you can probably tell. My God. Fucking ridiculous bullshit. I mean, what kind of arsehole pulls this crap out of their arse and expects you to deal with it straight away? I mean, it's some kind of stupid cunt on drugs, obviously. I mean, honestly, what the fuck happened to the expert, the mid-level, you know, veterans for high and experts for mid, but what happened to the difficulty settings? Seriously. I mean, it used to be that on the higher difficulty settings, you would have, enemies would have a bit more health, you'd have harder time hitting them, they'd have easier time hitting you, things like that. But instead now they're just like, no, let's just throw the higher level enemies at you, which you can't cope with at all, because fuck you, you don't get to play the game. Yeah, we want allies. Fuck off. Give us a job we can actually do without getting ridiculously overwhelmed. And it's 2 skulls. Fuck off. That's it. End of episode. I'm taking a break. I'll come back later. Bye for now, guys. Hopefully I'll be in a better mood next time and the game won't be a total cunt to me.